Welcome back, guys. Episode 10 of Drunk Kitty Plays Rogue Legacy. Today we have a special guest. It's Maya.
Maya Knife.
Maya Knife. I just call you Maya. So
Yeah.
say hello.
Hello.
As you can see, I'm on the manor. Well, not as Maya can see, but as viewers can see, I am on the manor screen right now because in between episodes I hit enter too many times too fast, and I don't even know what kind of character I ended up picking to play with. So we're just gonna kind of go with it and see what happens. I don't hope.
I didn't understand what you were doing when I could see the screen, so it's no different this way.
Pretty much. Okay. So, what do we got? Oh, we got a paladin. That's not too bad. Let's quick open up your stats. Dementia. Oh, crap. And dyslexia. So, dementia means that I see enemies that aren't really there. So, like, there might be, like, I don't know, a skeleton standing in front of me, but I can swing all I want and I'm not going to hit him because he's not actually there, and he doesn't actually do any damage to me either. Yeah, like that's the frosty guy that I just tried to swing at.
Well, doesn't that happen anyway after you're about halfway through the tequila?
Yeah, pretty much. We're drinking wine tonight. That tequila kind of kicked me on the butt. The other bad trait that I got was dyslexia, so all of the letters are switched. So I'm really hoping I don't get a journal entry while I'm on this person, otherwise it's going to be really annoying. Blah. Okay. No, there's nothing in this corner. Crap, I'm in like a hole that I have to do a whole bunch of like parkour, avoiding spike balls and trying to activate platforms. Crap. Fireballs in my face. Ugh. Yeah, so now I get to explain this game again. Every time I explain this game, it's always a different version because I'm at different levels of sobriety. So basically, you start out as one character, and then when you die, you pick another character, which is one of three. Like, you get to choose between one of three randomly generated. And you get to keep your armor, and you keep your money when you die. But in order to enter the castle, which is like what you do, obviously, you have to give, there's like a toll bridge, and you have to give all of your money to the toll bridge guy. So you can't save up any money, you know, in between generations. You have to spend it, and then you play the next generation.
So once you've used a character class once, is that it for the entire game, or is it possible you can get it again?
You get it again, and you're unlocking, like, you pay money to unlock classes as you go. Crap, and I died. His parting words were, "Bury me with my money," which obviously isn't going to happen, especially since he barely gave me any money. Okay. So we have a giant assassin, a lich with IBS, so he farts when you move too fast, or a paladin that is muscle weak and therefore can't knock enemies back. I think we should go with the lich.
Oh yeah.
I actually just unlocked the lich last episode, so I haven't had a chance to play with them on this series yet.
Yeah, if you time the farts right, you could do, you know, like machine gun flying, you know.
Yeah. Okay. What should we unlock? We'll unlock armor up. And so, like, I had 16,000 some gold, and now I have 369 gold. Excuse me, left over, but there's nothing left that's that cheap. So it all goes to the toll bridge dude that's in a cape. And I call him Sharon, even though his name is probably like Sharon or something, because it's Charon. but I think it's a girl. So I call her Sharon.
Frank.
Yeah, I don't know. So the trait of the Lich is that as you kill enemies, your HP increases, like your max HP.
Mm-hmm.
I just farted and I died because I jumped into a spike trap.
You or your character?
My character.
I just wondered.
Okay. So I didn't kill anybody. We got in the first room and we died. Let's try this again.
You're dying awfully fast.
Yeah, I know. It happens a lot. Okay. We have an Archmage that happens to have 2 left hands and therefore can't cast spells properly. We have a Hokage that has Alzheimer's, which means that I'm not allowed to open the map. Or we have a Lich that also has 2 left hands and they are gay.
How can that possibly come into play in the game?
At boss rooms and teleportation rooms, there are 2 statues. One is of a soldier and one is of like a lady thing.
Oh yeah, I see.
And one of them gives you health and the other one gives you mana. And when you have the gay trait, it switches. Which
Okay.
it's not that big of a deal because I break both statues anyways.
I don't know. I'd go with the gay-handed Lich.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Although I missed the IBS guy.
I know. Okay. So breaking all the torches at the entrance. Oh, this is really annoying. When you have the 2 left hands, there's lots of well, not lots of question marks that come off of your character because they're confused. They don't know what they're doing because they've got 2 left hands. It's just annoying. Woo, critical hit. Oh, well crap. I wanted that money and then I jumped out of the area and then I lost the money because it despawned.
So does basically everything you hit give you money?
Yes. Well, has a chance to give you money.
Okay.
You can get like money or health or a mana potion. And I'll try to explain some of the monsters, enemies, whatever you want to call them to you. I'll use their real name and then I'll use what I normally call them. Last episode I was kind of trying to distinguish between. So there's a skeleton who I call Mr. Bones, and he's, a skeleton. He throws bones at you that obviously take damage because who wants to get hit in the face with a bone. And then there's Plinkies, which are a little 4-pointed star spiky dude that shoots fire in the 4 directions.
Okay.
And then this is a guard box, which is a cannon. So he shoots a cannon at regular intervals, but obviously when you're intoxicated and you can't get the timing right, you end up jumping into them instead of dodging them. And then there are Sharites, who I call flamey ghost dudes because it's like a ghost that's a ball of fire. And
Oh yeah, I saw those in one of your videos.
yeah, and they come at you.
Aren't there 2 different colors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're weird. And then there's zombies that are kind of self-explanatory. They wear pants. There was a journal entry about that. It was kind of funny. That apparently the past people who have been through this castle can't keep track of their clothing. And we've got the knight, where he just kind of wields a big sword. So you see him kind of pull back as he's getting ready to whack you with it, so you know when to dodge. All of the enemies kind of have a tell, so that you can reach me in time. Dash, 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 dash. Yeah!
Victory!
We got a retaliation rune. Woohoo! There's fairy chests, which have runes, which give you special effects, like jumping fast, or jumping, double jump, or dashing, or getting mana and health back from killing stuff. And like they're just different random stuff. Like sometimes the objective to unlock it is to like defeat all the enemies in the room or reach me without taking any damage. And that one happened to be reach me within 5 seconds. So you had to run to get to it.
And you can still run in a coordinated fashion.
Yeah. This is called a Solok. He's a yellow fire dude that does really, he's like a mage ghost thing that does really big fireballs. And they're scary, but I just killed him, so we're good. And then there's scouts that are the eyeballs that shoot red things that somehow manage to go through walls. I don't know how, but they're magic. Okay, journal entry. So drink. And we shall read. Journal entry number 12. I have found a solution to my hunger problem. The forest holds an endless bounty of delicious mushrooms. And within these mushrooms lie chicken legs. Also gold coins and vials of sparkling water. I broke open a tree trunk earlier and a bag of money fell out. Sometimes I feel like I have gone insane. Plus, what is up with the moon? It's huge! End of journal entry.
Oh, yeah, I was going to match you drink for drink. I'll be back in a second. I'm going to go get my root beer.
Okay.
Glenfiddich has nothing on this stuff.
And it looks like we found the entrance to the forest. So we'll go ahead and go there. The layout of the castle changes every time you die, but the general layout stays the same. So like the forest is always to the right of the castle, the dungeon is always below, and the tower is always above. So it's just kind of a matter of pushing your way the direction that you want to push and going through the maze to eventually get there. This stupid wolf just killed me.
How does this game end? Or is there an end, or does it just get harder and harder all the time?
The way that the game ends is that there is a mini boss in each area. So a total of 4 mini bosses. Castle, forest, tower, dungeon, in that order. Although you don't have to defeat them in that order, that's just order of difficulty. And when you first enter the castle, there is a big yellow door that has a symbol, that has 4 symbols on it that match the bosses, the mini bosses.
Right.
So when you defeat all 4 mini bosses, then the big yellow door unlocks, and then that's a final boss.
Okay.
And then you defeat the final boss.
So how many bosses do you have under your belt so far?
None.
Oh, you just started a new game now?
No.
You're that bad?
I'm that bad.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've done like 2 or 3 attempts on bosses and I've died every time.
Okay. I won't rub it in.
Okay, so we've got a Hokage that is dyslexic, a bald paladin, or a barbarian king without a foot pulse. And I'm not even going to let you decide because I'm going with the barbarian king without a foot pulse because I freaking love not having a foot pulse, because then I don't set off those stupid spike traps that end up doing so much damage.
Yeah, that was going to be my reason too.
Yeah. Expand the castle a little bit. Excuse me. Burping into the microphone. So classy. Where's that rune that I unlocked?
So you've heard that saying that when your only tool is a hammer, every problem looks like a nail?
Yeah.
This is kind of the game embodiment of that, except with a sword, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, I have spells that I can cast. Like, well, I have a spell, and then if I'm an Archmage, I have 3 spells. But for the most part, it's whack it with the sword. See? The first room of this castle had the spike trap floored. And because I don't have a foot pulse, I don't trigger it. So now I can take my sweet time running through here and breaking everything and not worrying about being impaled by spikes. And this one's got a lot of the frosty mage dudes that shoot icicles. Okay. Left, right up, or right down?
Left, right up, or right down? Well, right up.
Okay.
You know, because that's right up your alley.
Okay, up or right?
Right.
Okay.
Oh, I see. It's going to be my fault when you die now.
This is a fairy chest room that's take no damage. We're not going to do that because it's spikes everywhere and I would fail instantly. You only get one attempt at a fairy chest, and you fail, you can't like leave the room and come back and try again. It's one per death, or whatever you want to say. Air. Ah!
Something happened.
Yeah, there was a eyeball shooting at me while I was trying to kill other things. And I forget that I don't have a foot pulse so that I can actually jump on these spike traps and not worry about taking damage. It's essentially like what this game comes down to is that you forget what traits you currently have and how to use them to your advantage. So you have to like pay attention, which I'm not good at. But yeah, so the level that you are has nothing to do with how much health or, you know, how much damage you do or anything like that. It doesn't have to do with any of your stats. It is literally a measurement of how many times you have died and nothing more. And I am currently level 47. And I have not defeated a single boss. So that kind of gives you a, I mean, we're on what, episode, I think I'm on episode 10 right now.
Maybe
And
Kitty should drink milk.
yeah. I mean, I was talking about it last episode that I might end up doing a sober run one weekend to actually try to make some progress. So this doesn't go on for weeks on end where I'm still in the same area trying to murder things and dying horribly. I'll go this way. I have to kind of backtrack a little bit because I got to the chest room for the entrance room for the tower, and obviously I don't want to go to the tower when I can barely survive the forest. Oh, that's scary. That was an eyeball scouty dude that shoots the red things at me, but he was blue and really big, and he shot a lot of them. And I found another fairy chest room. That's the objective is take no damage, but it's all spike traps instead of spikes. So since I have no footballs, I can just jump through here and I don't trigger anything.
Ta-da!
Yay! Cheaty hacks. Got a sprint rune. Oh, I don't need that. I already sprint enough.
And you don't get to keep it with your next character, right?
The runes are kind of like armor, so you do keep it every time you know, die or whatever. It's just like you have to pay to unlock it. There is a blacksmith and an enchantress. The blacksmith, you have to find blueprints in order to unlock stuff, and the enchantress, you have to find runes in order to unlock stuff. And once you unlock it, you can buy it, and any of your heirs can use it. So you don't completely start from scratch every time you die. Like, you get, if you unlocked awesome armor, you can use that awesome armor on the next guy.
Oh, okay. But you lose all your money.
Yep, you lose all your money. So it's essentially, it's to keep you from trying to save up all of your money. You have to spend it all. Or it goes to Sharon. Ah. This shard is like dancing circles around me and hitting me, and I can't hit them. Oh, and then there's, it's called a Doom Vase, and it's a painting, and its tell is that it looks like a regular painting, but it wiggles. So that's how you know that it's a bad guy, and that if you touch it, it's going to hurt you. Okay, so we got another journal entry which means another drink, but my glass
Okay.
is empty, so I have to fill it. And that is a very full wine glass, because that's how we roll.
I have a glass here holds like half a liter.
Yeah. Okay. Journal entry number 13. I slew the beast of the forest, and I felt the throne room weaken once more. So far, my assumptions have proven correct. Each wing of the castle houses its own guardian beast. Was this designed as a test of will? If so, then I cannot fail, for the further I venture, the more bold I become. Tomorrow I scour the tower. I am on a roll. End of journal entry.
Do these journal entries ever actually tell you anything useful?
Yeah, other than the fact that I just died. The journal entries are what taught me that, you know, the forest is on the right, the castle is above, and the dungeon is below.
Oh, okay.
And it is what taught me that there's, like, it teaches the basic mechanics of the game, which I'm kind of explaining to you now with the, there's a mini boss in each area, and you have to defeat the mini boss to unlock the final boss. If I remember correctly, you are, like, your player is the, or at least the person that's writing the journal entries is an heir of the king that, like, you attacked during the tutorial sequence at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And the king is who is in the throne room behind the final boss. So you're trying to defeat the final boss to rescue the king to win the game.
Nice.
And then, obviously, if you rescue the king, then you become the favorite heir, and you become the next king.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And then you get to write your own journal entries.
yeah. Okay. So we have a spell thief that his HP and MP are swapped. We have a spelunket that is bald and moves fast.
Oh, there's my fave so far.
Or we have an assassin that has no traits.
Oh, that sounds boring.
So we'll go-
Spelunket.
The spelunket.
Yeah. I have no idea what a spelunket is, but it sounds good.
The spelunket is the upgrade of the miner, which means that you get, there's a percentage increase when you pick up money. So by standard, when you pick up like a gold coin, you get 10 gold.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the spelunket, you would get 13 gold when you pick it up.
Ooh.
So there's a percentage increase.
Ah, if it wasn't for the fact that you're going to die, that'd be great.
Yeah, pretty much. Their health and whatnot is also lower because of it. We're going to buy that retaliation rune that we got a while back, which returns damage taken from enemies. So if something hits me, then they take damage too,
Uh-huh.
which can definitely be useful. Basically, when it comes to the runes, I always have the double jump rune and the dashing rune equipped as soon as I unlock them, just because, like, mobility is kind of a big thing, because there's, you know, so much dodging and everything in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other 3 slots, it depends on what I've got. Like, I might do, like, a vampirism rune where I, you know, steal health when I attack enemies, or I might do a, like this retaliation rune, or there's a bunch of runes, and I died again.
How do you just, like, die?
Because I have crap for health, and I run into a room full of enemies, and they hit me in the face.
Perhaps you could saunter in.
Yeah, that's not my style.
Oh, well, I don't want to interfere with your style.
Okay, we've got an assassin that moves fast, a spelunker, so a boy spelunk, that doesn't, has CIP, which is constant insensitivity to pain, which means that you can't see your HP bar, you don't know how much health you have.
Oh, okay.
Or an assassin that is a dwarf, and they are skinny, so every hit sends you flying.
Well, the speed with which you die, I don't think knowing what your hit points are really matters, right?
Okay, we'll go with that. Once again, I have crap for money, so I can't buy anything. Oh, I need to Stupid lady will always have an exclamation point over her head until I actually go and I highlight the runes that I have unlocked. I'll try to do that. So my HP bar is still there. It's just blank. Like there's no numbers, there's no green coloring.
Maybe this will free you. You see, maybe it's you've been trapped by the thought of losing those points. Now not having them, it'll free you. And
Yeah,
you'll
no.
just Zen state, and you'll be able to actually survive for, say, a minute.
I doubt it. We're once again in a big room with lots of enemies. There's kind of like a standard layouts for rooms. Obviously they change, but like the enemies inside of them will change and stuff, but you're like, oh, this is one of the big rooms that has this kind of chest in it, and there's going to be enemies at this point and this point and this point. So you just kind of learn to work off of that. Stupid shards. And stupid spike balls. Ow.
I'm afraid to talk to you because it seems like you die every time I talk to you.
It's fine. It's half of the entertainment. So I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna fall asleep and not pay attention to what's going on.
Yeah, I did up I had a Minecraft series on YouTube, that Let's Play that I was doing. And I normally play on peaceful, but I played it with on hard mode just because I know everyone's going to like to watch me die. And they did. They enjoyed watching me die. That was...
Well, I mean, like, Krikis sends me a PM whenever he's watching my videos every time I die, so, like, I'm really glad that he doesn't have my phone number, because I would be sitting in class and be getting, like, 20 text messages over a half-hour period while he's watching my YouTube video on his lunch break.
While filling your house with pigs.
Yeah. Well, no, that's ECC.
Oh, that's ECC does that, yes.
Yeah. Viewers who don't know who we are referring to, you can join us on an IRC, Internet Relay Chat. It's the number sign pound. That's the word. TF Craft on the Esper servers. So that's where I met Maya, Knife, and all of the guys that I hang out with. They're cool people. You can come chat with us, learn things. I just died because I stood on a spike trap for too long.
That damn foot pulse.
I know, right? Okay, we are at about the 28-minute mark, so we'll do one more air. We've got a spell thief that is afraid of chickens, which means I know. I mean, this game is hilarious. I love this game. Normally, you regain health by eating chicken legs. And when you have, the trait is called electrophobia, which is afraid of the fear of chickens. Instead of, when you break an item that would normally drop a chicken leg, instead of dropping the chicken leg, it drops what looks like a roasted chicken, and it like runs back and forth, and it can deal damage to you.
Okay.
We've got a paladin that is OCD, which means that when you break stuff, you get mana. And then we have a boring old archmage that doesn't have any traits. I think we should go with the chickens.
Yeah.
The chickens. Okay.
Okay, so at least it should be funny.
Yeah.
I think it could be great if you get killed by a chicken.
And then
A roast chicken at that.
We'll use our money to upgrade our health, because I die a lot. It's always good to increase our max HP. Ow, crap. And first thing I break, had a chicken, and what did I do? I walked right into the chicken.
Did it kill you?
No.
Oh.
It only did like 2 damage, but it was still, you know, it was a chicken. And I'm just going to run on these spikes instead of trying to dance. Although now I'm down to 3 health points out of 71.
You see, I told you not having the health bar there was freeing. Now you're just fretting over it.
We're up to 30 health points because I have the vampirism rune, which means when I kill things, I get health back. And there's another chicken. Come here, chicken. I want to hit you with my sword. Thank you. Okay, we're up to full health again. Well, almost full house. There's all these chickens running all over the place. Well, you got stuck in the wall. Haha.
What, you did or the chicken?
The chicken did.
Oh, well.
Yeah, this game is a little bit glitchy. Every now and then enemies end up in the wall or in the floor instead of in a place where you can actually access them. But that's okay. It's still a really fun game. I mean, the amusement factor of all of these hilarious traits that you can just, you know, giggle about. And then there's all the different classes and stuff. Like there's the paladin, there's the barbarian king slash queen that you get to use your shout, you know, Fusra, to break all of the like tables and chairs and whatnot, the items that you can see on your screen currently. So that way you don't have to, you know, sit there and swing your sword constantly just to collect cash.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah. Crichus likes to give me crap for it though because I make the sound whenever I use the sound. He's like, you know, it works without you yelling into your microphone. And I'm like, I know, but where's the fun in that?
Well, after you've collected up all your money, you should take a screenshot and post it, just like he posts his Payday 2 loot.
Well, his Payday 2 loot is more about the gun than it is about the money.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
I haven't played Payday yet. There's so many games I haven't played that I need to play. But it's the fact that I can't, like, I am a student. I do not have a regular source of income and therefore cannot afford any game I want. And unfortunately, I have died, so that will be the end of this episode. Thank you, Maya Knife, for joining me.
I'm glad I was able to help you stay awake.
Yeah. I'll probably stop here for recording tonight. I might just do a sober run to do the last episode for this week's series. So keep an eye out. Fingers crossed we'll have an episode released on Friday. If it doesn't, you guys know why. So I will see you guys next time. Bye!